Put your hands together for Kim. According to Kim and Co, it's the birthday girl, and we're gonna celebrate all month.
According to Kim, and that's where. Hey, you know what it is.
I'm a tune in.
According to Kim, and that's where.
That's word. That's word.
That's word.
Ooh. Hello and welcome to According to Kim and Co TV. Welcome back. I guess I didn't scare you guys off the last time you viewed it, so I'm glad to have you again. So let's see, what's been going on since the last time we met? I had a birthday. That was pretty fun. Yeah, thank you. Clap for the old chick in the room. It's so crazy how your birthday expectations change as you get older. Back in the day, I was like, I'm hitting up Miami, I'm partying all night, I'm making sure I have a month-long celebration. This year, my idea what a good time was, oh, I need a spa day and a day of relaxing. I'm gonna take a day off work just to get some things in order in my house. Like, that was my turn up. Yeah, I'm getting old. I didn't want to admit it, but I am getting old. So I got tons of gifts. I got Broadway tickets, gift cards, jewelry. Fellas, note to self, if you're dating an old bag who has marriage fever, the last thing you need to do is get her a piece of jewelry, because you come in with a box and she's jumping up and down like, this is my moment, he's proposing, I know it. I was like, oh, this is a nice bracelet. It's cute, but it's, thank you, baby. And it really was super cute, but you know, I thought it was my diamonds. It was not my diamonds. Everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is coming up. Everybody cooking? Who's cooking? I am not cooking this year. I did last year. This year, I was like, let me just, you know, piggyback off somebody else's Thanksgiving. Only thing is, the two people that I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to their house, they're a little bit on the, like, bougie side. Like, they like gourmet meals and shit, and I'm just like ready for some fried chicken, mac and cheese, ham and turkey. Like, I don't need no Brussels sprouts or, you know, celery in my potato salad. And the people whose houses I may go to, it's a toss-up. They might do that, so I might do a little something in my house. I had a family member who called me, she's not feeling well, and she was like, you know, could you make me something for my house? You know, could you make a dish? And I was like, okay. I was like, what do you need me to make? They were like, could you make some mac and cheese? I was like, okay. And some collard greens. I was like, oh, sure, no. And you know, that turkey was on the money. I was like, okay, so you want me to make Thanksgiving for your house? And then, all right, that's okay. All right, I'll do it, whatever. No, I love it, I'm gonna do it. But, yeah, that's what's going on with me. What else? Oh, there was a snowstorm the other day, and the city was completely unprepared for it. It took everybody hours to get home. You know, when you want to be down with the drama, I'm on social media like, yeah, de Blasio sucks. I can't believe this happened. I was home by 4:30. I mean, I did not have a 5-hour struggle, okay? They said that there was some shit was happening. I got my ass up when they said that, got on a train and went home, okay? The hardest part of my struggle was to clean off my car, but just trying to be down, I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have to deal with this, but I don't know. But I'm glad that you guys are back, and when we come back, I'm gonna bring Mr. Shady Boots himself, Devontae, on, and we're gonna talk celebrity drama.
Hi.
What's that little shimmy? Welcome back to According to Kim and Co TV. It's your girl Kimmy here, and
You're not gonna call me shady.
I'm not gonna call you shady.
Not the shit. Like, I'm not.
What do you want to be called, Caitlin? Let me tell you something. So we're talking show stuff, right? And I think he did one of the 15 things that he was actually supposed to do. And he said, you see, because I'm helping the brand. You know, I'm like Kris Jenner. I said more like Caitlyn. Boy, stop it.
You're about to get canceled.
Ooh,
They're gonna dick this up 2 years from now and be like, "You're problematic. You got to cancel her. She's done." Watch.
Nobody is canceling me. So anyway, he came in with a gift for my birthday. No, you don't got no pink Tims on. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, let's talk. What's been going on? Oh, first I want to discuss really quickly.
Can you talk about my gift?
I didn't want to shade you on air.
It was amazing. I told everybody. I got you teleport.
Got me teleport. I can't.
$5.97.
When is the last time somebody drank teleport? Teleport is like.
When's the last time somebody drank teleport?
Oh, who in here was drinking teleport? Oh God, no. I opened it. I was like, oh. Thought that counts. And then you talking about some tell everybody. I was trying not to put you on the spot. Thanks.
I drink teleport often.
Thanks. And it was a small bottle on top of that.
Because I knew you were going to drink a lot of it.
So, on a serious note, what about these wildfires that's going on in California? Insane in the membrane. So there has been 2 wildfires that's been sweeping Southern California. And so far, what is it, like 9,000 homes have been destroyed?
I don't know.
And another like 3,000 structures are going down. Some celebs lost their homes, including Caitlyn Jenner, your roll dog.
Wow.
Miley Cyrus lost her home.
Another trans joke.
Robin Thicke lost his home. I saw August Alsina was on Instagram live video. Everybody want to catch everything on camera, but anyway, he was on Instagram in his backyard, and you actually see the fire in his backyard. And like right after the video, he had to evacuate. So I'm pretty sure that his home was destroyed too. I mean, it's insane. This is going on, and then our leader, our fearless leader, Trump.
He ain't my president.
Well, their fearless leader decided to start tweeting about California's lack of prevention and the fact that he's going to cut some funding because they're not utilizing it correctly. Like in a space where people are actually losing their homes, people are dying. I think the death toll is something like 59 right now. And the first thing that you tweet about is cutting funding.
One thing that concerns me with this is this, like, LA don't have water. Like they're in a drought.
It never rains in Southern
they're like
California. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, like they don't like. I've been to Cali and they're like, yeah, water's a thing.
Yeah,
like don't
at some time,
leave water running.
At some points when the drought is really bad, they put them on schedules where they're not allowed to use the water between certain times because of it. So it's very unfortunate. I mean, thankfully, celebs who lost their homes, I'm sure they got good insurance and good money in the bank to be able to rebuild their lives. But there are other people who are not as fortunate.
I want to say it's Miley Cyrus, somebody white, definitely like donated, like her and her husband, like their
then
house
it wasn't
burns.
Miley because she doesn't have a husband.
Okay, you know they all look alike. They do. But yeah, I think they donated, like, they lost their house and then donated, like, maybe $150 towards, like, helping other families.
Oh, well, that was really nice.
Kim and Kanye also got, their house together.
Okay, so the thing with that is Kim and Kanye, a story
mad?
came out that they hired private firemen. And I don't even know how you can hire private firemen. I didn't even know that was a thing to hire private firemen. But anyway.
If my house is burning, I'm gonna give you $50,000. You better be
So I think they spent like $80,000 to hire private firemen and to protect their home. And in turn, they also protected a lot of their neighbors' homes. So now people are applauding their efforts. I'm like, all right, I get it, but it was a selfish move. They were trying to protect their own home, and I just got lucky that mine was next to you. But either way, they were able to save, I think it was like 40 homes in the neighborhood or something like that.
40 homes and we can't clap for that?
They don't want to clap for the Kardashians, actually.
Thank you. We appreciate it, the Kardashian West. Family appreciates it.
So now I think they're like 60% contained now, but they're afraid that there are going to be mudslides. So this is just something that's really unfortunate. Hopefully they get their stuff together soon and they'll put out the fires and minimal damage.
Hopefully.
Going forward is done.
So.
Let's talk strange fruits. And by strange fruits, I'm talking about Jaden Smith, because he is so strange, y'all. Ain't he strange? Okay, so he was performing at a festival out in LA. What was the name of this festival? Camp
Flognall.
Camp Flognall Festival. And after his performance, he blurted out that he loves Tyler, the creator. It's his best friend, and it's actually his boyfriend, and it's been his boyfriend for forever. And for a moment, everybody gasped and said, okay, is this his coming out party? Which I think he already came out when he wore that, like, dress, but I digress. In the past, Tyler, creator, has been on Twitter saying that he kisses white boys and things of that nature, but nobody ever takes him seriously because he says it in like a joking manner.
No, he's like definitely gay.
Is he?
But I don't know. I won't say if Jaden's gay or not, but Tyler has come out and said that he's gay, and he also says that he likes white boys.
I know,
so I don't see how these two black boys together.
Is he trying to just like be controversial, or is he gay?
Camp Flognall, you know the amount of drugs these niggas are doing? If I'm on an acid trip, bitch, I'm gay. Like, I feel like I'm straight. I love these girls. Titties for everyone. Like, what? Like.
So I was like, nobody's really surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I said,
I'm surprised they like black boys.
Well, Jaden, that's what I said. I said, she's going from trashy white girls to black men because have you seen some of his exes? I was like, damn, you Will and Jaden with that free spirit shit.
Kylie Jenner was cool. Not Kylie.
He was like 8.5. That wasn't a relationship. Okay, it was a play date orchestrated by the
8.5 when you have millions, you're fucking grown. You're paying bills.
So I guess we'll be on the lookout for that. I don't know if I necessarily believe that they're dating.
I don't think so.
I think he just said it to just be shocking and whatever.
Silly and high.
And drunk. Right?
Listen.
Look at you. You're reminiscing of some happier days. Like what?
If I was on the acid
He's
trip,
like, listen, you don't know. Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Put my business out there.
Sorry. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry. All right.
What else?
Am I going down a checklist with you?
What else did I see? Iggy Azalea and Bad Baddie. Does anyone? I feel like this is like over 30 crowd, so no one knows who either of these people are.
So Iggy Azalea. Anybody familiar with the white Aussie rapper with the big booty? Anybody know her? Wait, she had one hot song with T.I.
Yes, she had a whole.
I could change your life. I could change it. I could change your life. Okay.
I don't know that one.
I like that one.
Not the cut anyone knows.
Fancy. Okay, yeah, that
I'm
one.
so yeah.
All right, and then you know the girl that was on Dr. Phil for Cash Me Outside, who is like completely ratchet, trailer trashy, and disgusting. Anyway, she's about to be a rapper now, and her name is...
She is a rapper. She has an album out. She has albums out.
Bad Bobby.
No, I think isn't it Bad Baddie?
Bad Baddie.
Bad Baddie.
See, I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. Like this, that
because there's
just
like an
means
H in there.
You're too old.
There's a.
Okay.
The kids are so
Bad
creative.
Baby? That's baby. That's what the. Oh my God, it's baby, guys.
Bad
so
baby.
Anyway, there has been a collaboration with Fashion Nova and Cardi B for this line that
Shout out to Cardi.
Completely sold out.
Shout out to Cardi.
In a day. Y'all can clap all y'all want. Y'all know I love Cardi B X stand up, but that shit was where am I wearing a floor length trench dress with one sleeve and a strap? I was not feeling that line.
I didn't see all of it.
I was not feeling
I seen
the
like
line
2 things and I liked
said,
it. I was here for the 2 things I seen.
I was not here for the line. And they were like, it's sold out. I'm like, would you make 8 pieces of everything? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna shade Cardi because I love her BX stand up, but I wasn't impressed.
Wow.
Anyway, they
don't
had
have
a launch.
Migos coming for me.
No. I love Migos.
They fight.
Migos. No, Cardi know I love her. Every morning I listen to her on the damn Breakfast Club all day. So they had a launch for that, and in attendance was Iggy and this Bad Bobby, who is 15, by the way. I'm not exactly sure what she was doing in the club after hours. However, she was there. And I guess she got a beef with Iggy, and I don't know where it stems from.
I don't know. Like, all I know is she threw a drink on her.
She threw water on her. All right, she threw water on her.
That's also the thing.
She started some stuff, and I guess she figured since Cardi likes throwing shoes and stuff, what a better event to do it at than a Cardi event. And she threw water on this girl. Iggy is all confused and shit. She's looking around like, okay, why did you, like, did we have beef? Like, so you look like an idiot. And then obviously Iggy's not gonna pounce back because the girl is 15 and, you know.
You throw water, juice, ice, a fruit cup, whatever you decide to throw at me, and I'm
Applesauce.
going to get a child abuse case, and I'm calling ACS my goddamn self. Like, because we all are going to jail. Like, we're all of us are getting rounded up. You're going to I'm going to Rikers, and you're going to Horizons. Like, what's going on?
What was the thing on 149? You're going to Spofford, I'm going to Rikers, but we're both going to jail.
Like, because I'm wearing and tearing you. What are you doing?
I don't know what the point of that was. I guess she's looking for a feud to like boost her cred.
But
her street
she's
cred.
had feuds with other like.
But it didn't work. It looked stupid. Yeah.
Free promotion. I don't know what she.
Because I didn't even know she was a rapper until she threw the water. I'm like, and I still didn't know how to say her name. I'm like, bad, because she spells it BHAD. So I was like, bad.
The children are
I thought she was one of
creative.
those people from the corner store, like.
But the funny thing
Ahmed's
about
wife.
it.
Baha. Oh shit, that was wrong. Sorry.
We are getting canceled. This is our last episode, yo.
No.
I'm so.
Oh, so the audience says she's an auto tuner.
Oh, aren't they all?
Oh God.
I don't know the difference at this point.
I'm sad to admit that one song I actually like.
Okay,
But-
well, we're not gonna listen to the audience anymore because somebody just said that they like one of her tracks. Anyway.
But Iggy, it's funny because this might be the third fight that she's been a pussy in. Because
don't do that to her. She's
No,
a
no, no,
grown
no.
woman. Why would she indulge in fighting with this young girl?
So everyone knows that I love ASAP Rocky. So her and ASAP had a moment.
They had more than a moment. Didn't she have his
Whatever,
ASAP tattoo on her
they had a
fingers? Ooh,
moment.
I like my ring.
They had a moment. We were on a break, and they had a moment. Anyway, please respect our privacy. Anyway, I forgot exactly what the details were, but he was like, he
Obviously.
broke up with her because she wouldn't fight this girl.
Shut up!
I was like, oh,
He's from Harlem.
you
He's so
Harlem ass,
That's how Harlem
129th
guys are.
and Lennox
They
ass
totally
nigga.
expect you to fight for them. They
And
do.
I was like, and when he got home and I said, that's why you should have had me. I mean, because I
you
wait.
love you some ASAP.
I
He's
love
not
him.
checking for you. I mean, sorry. Anyway, so we're gonna move along from a few that nobody really cared about, or you even know who the people are. Somebody you do know, Jennifer Lopez, and her sexy old over the hill ass. She actually
Listen.
performed in Qatar last week, and honey got paid. I mean, her set was maybe 20 minutes. J-Lo got paid $2 million. Okay. Plus $1 million expenses, traveling, hotel.
I'm straight.
And
I
all that. They got a
love
private jet. Okay,
J-Lo.
so she did this small. Okay, so she performed at this mall. It's called the Doha Festival Mall in Qatar. And after the performance, she had a meet and greet where I think she was talking about women's rights, which is super huge in the Arab city. But I'm sure that the whole thing lasted maybe an hour and a half. And honey, and I know she didn't use all that million for her travel expenses. So honey made like 2.5 on a 20-minute performance, pop locking and dropping.
Sis is on Skyscanner, like, let me find the cheapest flights. She did all kind of connecting shits, like, let me.
They don't connect 4 times to save
Right.
somebody.
She was like, oh, this is only, I found a ticket for only 406. She flows Spirit. She was on the shit by herself, like, I got this by myself.
We gonna get to guitar. We gonna get to guitar. Quiet little Guadalupe, Pedro, whatever her kid's name is. Oh, sorry, that was like Max and Emmy. Oh yeah, that was so wrong. So
Because she's
wrong. I'm sorry.
white. She's a white woman.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
J-Lo
I'm
is a
sorry.
white woman.
So J-Lo is getting paid. And so look at her over there looking super fab.
Who you know doing it like this? Like,
how old is
who?
J-Lo? 48?
Dust.
47?
J-Lo is dust.
Body is
Like-
insane in the membrane. Yeah, I love J-Lo. Well, we got a little bit more celebrity drama to talk about, but I need a glass of wine, and I don't want to start melting in the lights. So we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be back. Welcome back, guys. We are in the middle of the scoop, and I want to talk Kardashians because what's celeb drama without the Kardashians?
Especially Kim.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about Kim
looked
today.
amazing. People's Choice Awards.
I like the dress. I didn't like the shoes. What did she have? Like some metallic color shoes? That dress was
No,
like for
they were
her
the
body.
green Yeezys.
No,
Yeezy.
in another picture she had some
I didn't see
iridescent shoes on, but we're not here to talk about Kim. We're here to talk about her fat brother, Rob. I love Rob. I want to love Rob, but he's just such a sucker.
To season 2.
I'm sorry. I want to love Rob. I kind of am jealous that I didn't meet to evict that easy back in my scamming days. Anyway, sorry. Reminiscing. Go back Thursday. So Rob and China are headed back to family court because now Rob is saying that he cannot afford the $20,000 a month child support that they agreed to. He said, I'm broke. I ain't got no job, which he doesn't. Unless you want to count that sock line that he may or may not still have. That nobody.
He doesn't have it.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I was just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, he said that he had to move back in with mom, which I think is totally just for appearances, so he can appear more broke. Okay, moving back in with mom. What, in her extra house? So he's saying he doesn't have the money, but the crazy thing is, I'm shocked that they would award her $20,000 a month. Oh, he said he didn't have enough money and China's making her own. They have joint custody. Why is he still obligated to pay that much if they have joint custody?
If you only have her on the weekends,
right?
That's not joint custody.
No, it's 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days. No, it's 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days. Like they really have joint, and then they throw her 2 birthday parties. They celebrate the holidays and things like that. It's 50-50.
If I have your baby, I am getting the money, and you're taking them.
He is such a thought. I mean,
and you're taking them.
It's
a reason God hasn't given me a vagina because
you would be a mess.
Be a mess.
I get if she actually had the
What's
kid,
going up? The price
80% of the time, and he just was a weekend dad. Pay up, keep that kid in the lifestyle that you have. But if I got her half the time, why still gotta give you $20K and you make money?
I smashed a Jenner, a Kardashian. Oh, pay up. And I had to pretend like that shit was good. Oh, pay up.
All right, you got a point there. All right, never mind. I don't even want to finish this story. All right, I forgot all about that.
But
no.
The funny thing is, he still owned his sock line.
Oh, God.
And he sold it to his mother. And said, bitch, I'm broke now, so I really ain't got.
I like that. He's trying to hide the money.
Chris, that's why.
You think?
Girl. Girl.
Chris gets shit done.
I get shit.
Okay, so they suspended the payments, I think, and they're going to reevaluate his income and come up with a new number. I think he only agreed. He only agreed to the $20K initially because she had that domestic violence case against him, and he knew that if he agreed to whatever she was throwing out there, that she would drop that. So he kind of did that for like 6 months. It was like, psych, I really can't afford that. So,
but 20,000, what you gonna go down to? 5?
Maybe 10, half of that.
But if you crying broke like that, half isn't. Just stick to your 20. Stick to the rivers and oceans that you're used to.
I can't take you.
What else is going on?
On a more serious note, less thoughty note, Michelle Obama released her book, Becoming. And for a book that was just released last week, it was on the bestseller list for like 3 months just for pre-orders, okay? And
you read it?
I did not read it yet, but I did get it. I got it on my Kindle, even though I do want a hard copy, but they were like ships in between 1 and 4 weeks. I'm like, I need to read it now. So it's on Oprah's book club list, which is pretty dope because Oprah usually doesn't put political books on her book club. This is the first of that.
Is it political?
I mean, she discusses her role as First Lady in addition to other things. It's just not that aspect of her life. Obviously, growing up, early stages of dating Barack, all of that is discussed. So in the book, some highlights are, unfortunately, she's not interested in running for president. I know.
Everyone's side. Literally everyone's side.
Let's just get her in, and it'll be Barack and her kind of thing.
Because that was really our president. In my head, Michelle was really the president.
So she said she has no interest in running for presidency. She said she was not a fan of politics before the 2 terms, and it definitely didn't change her mind after the 2 terms.
Not
So
that one.
no Michelle Obama for president. Hell, we could still work the Joe Biden Obama as his VP angle. Let's just think about that, people. She also mentions in her book that she never thought Barack would win. I think at some point she secretly hoped that he wouldn't, just because she, that chaos that would come with being a first lady was like super overwhelming to
She's
think
hella
about.
honest in this book.
And she was also like, America is not electing a black president. So she was like, yeah, okay, yeah, honey, go ahead and run. You know how you do that with your boo when you know they don't stand no
Go
chance,
on.
but you just want to be that support system. He's like, yeah, honey, I'm gonna build this treehouse tomorrow with 4 bricks and 3 pieces of wood. You like, honey, you could do it. I saw it on HGTV. I know you could. If anybody could do it, you could do it. So that's what Michelle was doing. Little did her behind know that he would actually be elected. She also talks about how she was super frustrated that the public did not vote for Hillary. She said, I just wish that more people had turned out to vote, and I will always wonder about what led so many women in particular to reject an exceptionally qualified female candidate and instead choose a misogynist as their president, and as a result, now works with our lives. So, Michelle definitely is not a fan, and she doesn't make the whole book about Trump, but she definitely has a section about it, and yeah, she definitely was not happy with
She offered
the outcome.
Melania, like, I guess, consulting advice, and Melania said no.
She said, no, thank you, Michelle. No, thank you, Michelle.
I said,
No.
you can't copy these women's her quotes, her speeches,
And then don't want to take her advice. What you're not going to do is plagiarize and then try to push me to the side.
Like, no, girl, I'm good.
So another thing she discussed in the book, like you said, she was very open with this book. She discusses miscarriages and how she had to...
During the presidency?
She had to go, what, her miscarriages?
During the presidency?
No, earlier on. No. Earlier on, she had to have use IVF to have the kids. Her and Barack went to counseling.
Done?
Let me tell you something.
What?
I may or may not have told my boo. I was like, nobody is perfect. Barack and Michelle went to counseling.
Your answers need to go the fuck now.
Oh my God. I was like,
go down.
Barack and Michelle went to counseling. So I'm not crazy or that crazy. Woo. Hi, baby. Let's talk about Hollywood's best kept secret, or my Hollywood's best kept secret. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade having a baby.
I didn't know that they were like
Were
even
trying,
looking.
didn't even know anything, and not to overshadow their great news with the Kardashians, but that just leads me to believe that if you want to keep something a secret in Hollywood, you can keep something a secret in Hollywood, because nobody knew that she had a surrogate just like Kim K. Gabrielle Union was very vocal about her inability to conceive, fertility issues. I think she said she had 9 miscarriages and a bunch of failed IVF treatments. And I thought she was just done trying. She wrote it in her book. Her husband, Dwayne Wade, obviously has 3 kids. He has 2 with his ex-wife, the Break Baby, with the chick with the big ass forehead. And he also... He's also helping raise his nephew as his, as one of the boys as well. So he has 4 boys.
The nephew's my sister, right?
Yes, my sister. I don't
That's
know
my
what the story
sister.
is about it. I don't know if
ready
the father
for her
was
to
a
come
piece
out,
of trash.
give us E.G. Johnson,
I-
and like, oh,
What?
I'm ready for her to
Who?
storm.
Who?
I don't know her name.
The
Or his
sister?
name. No, the nephew.
You think you really?
You not see him in these pumps?
Dwayne Wade's nephew?
Yes.
Oh, he's a cross-dresser? Oh, where have I
Will
been?
not, Nick. I hope you
No, 'cause
enjoyed this show.
I know that Dwayne Wade may wear.
Wow.
Let's not take away from the good news that they had a baby, okay? And they had a little girl. They announced it on Instagram with the picture. Gabrielle Union looked rough as hell. She was happy. I think they did that thing where she's the skin-to-skin birth with a surrogate, where she's behind, so the baby could have the connection once she's born, so she wasn't from her womb. And they just released the name of the baby. It's Kava James. No, let me get her name right. It's Kavia.
I was like, wait, there's no way.
You know what? They got this new Mediterranean spot near my job that has really good food.
I was literally like,
and it's called
that
Kava. I'm
sounds
so
like
tripping. Anyway, her name is Kavia James
tea.
Union Wade, and it's the first girl of the bunch, so everybody is super excited. You know, social media is so nasty that they could even turn something as positive and huge as this lady in her late 40s, happily married to her husband for 7 years.
You didn't have to put her age out there. You did not have to say her age.
Oh, well, sorry.
This woman in her late 40s. Wow.
Well, I think
Like,
she is proud of it because she
just a
looks like
woman.
she's about 29 or 32
Listen.
at best. You know, struggled to conceive, has his baby, and she looked a little rough, mommyhood around the clock. And they're like, why she look so rough? She act like she pushed that kid out. I said, oh.
People are terrible.
It's disgusting.
He wrote that comment. He definitely.
It's so
he kicked us a
nasty.
little too hard.
It's
was like,
disgusting, and they took,
they sold my comment in the shade room.
But she is #unbothered. She got her baby. Every post that she does right now is #mom and everything like that. So it's super exciting that she was able to
I love
do
a new
that.
mom. I
Right?
love a new mom.
Everything is about motherhood. They're like, going to the bathroom, got
As
some
a mom.
bibs and bobos, teen mom, can't even pee. Okay, just go to the bathroom. Just go pee. Just go pee.
I
New
can't wait
mom.
till you have a child.
Woo, no speak English.
When that happens,
You gonna be my godmama?
definitely.
You don't have enough money to be my baby's godmother or father.
Okay, so we're live.
Oh.
So we're live.
Just joking. He is paid.
Wow.
He got money.
I actually don't. So you're a sugar daddy looking for a little chocolate,
Brown
How-
skin. So,
milk chocolate.
okay,
Come on.
all right, milk chocolate with hazelnut. That's my favorite.
A lot of nuts.
Aunt Jilly from Philly. Unless you've been under a rock somewhere, you have seen the video of Aunt Jill ghost heading.
Airhead.
Giving airhead, okay. During one of her performances, what she said was an older video, Jill Scott was in the middle of singing Crown Royale and started
You heard that song
giving-
before?
Oh,
I remember when that song came out.
she is sexy, like just.
I was like,
I know all of Jill Scott.
I'm about to drink Crown Royal.
And get toe down.
No, like, honestly. I was like, your hands on my hips pull me right back to you.
Yeah, she's sexy. It's sexy. So it's a sexy song. And during her performance, she started emulating giving oral sex to this microphone. I mean, jiggling the balls and doing all of that stuff. Honey.
Baby girl went in. Like,
The internet went crazy. Video went viral. I said, why y'all acting like y'all ain't know Aunt Jilly get it in?
her shows are amazing.
First of all, Aunt Jilly get it in. Second of all, you know chunky girls be going for the gusto. I heard. Right, baby? So, so everybody's like, oh my God, Jilly. Not Jill said, everybody want to be all up in her DMs now.
Okay, so here's the
Hey,
thing about
big
Jill
head,
Scott.
Gilbert Arenas and his thirst trapping ass. He just does things for.
Here's the thing
Shock
about
and
Jill
awe.
Scott. I love her. I think she's amazing, but she is milking this 30 minutes of fame.
No, she first she was chilling out. First she
loves
was
a
chilling out.
tweet. She loves the Instagram post. Headmaster.
No, wait, she said, call me, wait, what she said, call me Miss Monster Mind.
Like,
Miss Monster
girl,
Mind.
like, she want to be Buffy the Body so bad now. Like,
No,
I
she
just don't understand.
Don't do that to Aunt Jilly.
Like, I'm just like, okay, girl, like, she gonna come out with a tutorial, like, this is what you do.
No, she's not gonna do that. Don't even do that
All
to
I
Jill.
want to say is Tina Turner did it first.
Where?
You've never, there's an old video of Tina Turner and Ike, like 70s, and she's going ham. Like, Ike is talking about shit, and she's just like, I'm not gonna show my skills.
Giving Ike a PJ or the microphone?
The microphone.
Oh, well, whatever. That was in 1919, and I did not dig up the archive of that. So right now, what's going viral is Jill Scott. And
I guess. I'm just ready for her to stop tweeting about it. Like,
Amber Rose even said, she only had like 2 or 3 tweets. Stop acting like she's being super excessive about it. Amber Rose was like, I wish I was a microphone.
I feel like Amber Rose actually does want like a penis a little bit. Like a transitional one. Like a pocket one that you like when you're ready to have a like penis, you just like pull it out. But then like when you don't want to have one, you put it back in. Like she's always like referencing like this like masculine bodied like, and I'm just like, girl, what's going on?
You're so gross. You're so gross. Okay, we gotta completely switch gears right now. As we end the scoop, I could not end it without discussing something that shook the entertainment industry a few days ago, and that was the death of Kim Porter, model, actress, and more importantly, mama. You all may know Kim Porter as Diddy's longtime on and off again girlfriend. They dated for 13 years. They had his son Christian, and then later the twins, Delilah and Jesse James, who are what, like 12 now? Kim they said that she was sick with flu-like symptoms, and she had been to the doctor, or she could have been battling pneumonia, but they have to do a toxicology report and see what's going on there. And she went to bed, and woke up, and she did not wake up. The family came, tried to wake her up, unresponsive. 47 years old, and it's like completely devastating. Tons of celebrities have been sharing their condolences. Either they've met Kim personally or just know Diddy and know the connection that Diddy had with her. I mean, he did all his shit, but you know, I felt like Kim was home base for him. Like they even though they weren't together, they co-parented. They were just at an event for Quincy, who is Kim's oldest child with Albie Shore. He is starring in a movie, so they were all there in support of that. And they just really put up a united front, at least for the kids. And I'm sure he's beyond devastated.
You know, it's so crazy because like when you text me and was like, oh, this is the tea, whatever. And like I was like, Kim, and I wasn't on Instagram, and I seen Kim Porter's dead, and I was like, that name sounds hella familiar. And I was like, I don't know who this is. Because I'm literally thinking like, okay, what old bitch I know? Kim Porter, old. I'm thinking like 70s.
90,
I'm thinking like, okay, she sounded a little black, so like black, old, not Lynn Whitfield, like, damn. And then then he was like Diddy's baby mom, and I was like, what?
Right.
Like, not like, you just never know at this time.
A lot of people were saying how sweet she was, how nice she was, how genuine she was.
She was like
and
low-key
just like
the first lady of hip hop.
Super
like,
chill, very classy, and it's very unfortunate. I cannot even imagine what's going on with her children right now. She has 2 young girls, she has 2 older sons, and then Diddy's, her bonus son with Diddy. So our condolences to the Porter and the Combs family.
She's definitely like the Princess Diana of hip hop.
I think
like
so.
in the same vein of like Princess Diana, like
even 50 tweeted his condolences, and you know he has an on and off again feud with Diddy. I mean, it's just that serious, and it's never an easy thing for a young mother to lose her life. So rest in peace to Kim. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, I want to invite my panel on because we have to discuss a few things.
sounds like truck.
See, you always on that phone. Get off the phone.
I'm sitting right here. On the phone.
If I'm here right now, why are you not talking to me?
Why are you here? Why are you? You're always
nasty.
That's just nasty. Food is disgusting. Your mama food is nasty. That's right. That's right. That's what I said. Bye. Get out.
Mama, you want to talk about my mama?
Get out. Get out. You talked about my food. I'm gonna talk about her food. What do you want? What are you gonna do?
What you mean what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna leave.
Bye.
I'm out.
Bye.
I'm out. Okay, I'm out.
Get out.
And your feet stink.
Word. Oh, word. You can leave. You can leave if you want to find some home.
Walk over there, I hope you trip on your shoelaces. Nasty ass corporate, you talking about my corporate? Fuck you.
I thought you only had half of one though. I don't even care about your window. I hope your AC don't work.
TV. You just viewed a skit that I did that was unfortunately based on real life events. A little bit about that. I had a little holiday party and all my friends came and the boo came and we were drinking and having a good time, and then my girlfriend whipped out some edibles, okay? So I had the edibles and I guess it didn't kick in soon enough. I was like, oh, this is not, this isn't doing anything.
Oh my God, Kim.
Lo and behold, me and the boo got into an argument because we were both high off these edibles, and he decided to leave. I sat there for 5 seconds before I thought it was a good idea to go over, bang on his door, and when he didn't answer, and there was this shopping cart in his lobby, it was like, oh, it was a sign from God. God was like, you need to go try to climb on to this shopping cart because he keep the kitchen window open. So if you could get on that fire escape, you could just get up there and walk into the kitchen like, now what? You trying to avoid me now what?
Oh my God.
And I thought it was funny, and it really happened, and I wasn't gonna tell anybody, and then I was like, this is too funny not to tell, so I started with my mama. I was like, Ma, she said, no, you didn't try to climb the side of his building like Spider-Man. I said, yes, Ma, that's what I did. So it got me thinking about some of the crazy things that we do in relationships, and why we do them, and like what's too much and what's not. So I have my panel here who are going to discuss the crazy in relationships. I have Isaiah here who is in e-commerce. I have Chi here who is a writer. Vanessa who's a manager at UPS. It's the holidays, make sure she gets your shit. And I have Terry who is a carpenter / actor. Y'all seen him in a skit. So thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're all guilty of doing a little crazy. No, in a relationship, we got some. Oh, you sane? Oh, you sane? Oh, the guys are trying to act like they're so sane. So be honest. Let's think back to a time where we were in a relationship or we were dating someone and we did something that we could look back on now and say, damn, that was a little crazy. Isaiah, do you have anything that you can say that you've done?
Well, I was dealing with shamefully now, but I was dealing with a married woman. In my youthful days.
Okay.
And me and her husband had a little, spat. So I sat in my car in the back seat, just waiting for him to come home from work. He must have worked overtime. He never showed up. So,
So you sat in your car waiting for him to show up to have a fight with him?
No, I just wanted just to scare him. I was gonna fight him. Yeah, I was ready.
What about you?
Well, I was also dealing with someone who was not married but involved.
Okay.
I was trying to leave the country. It was very complicated. Anyway, I ended up canceling my flight an hour before I was supposed to leave the country.
To go see him?
To come back to where I live.
Oh.
I was on vacation.
You canceled your flight to stay with him?
I did. I jumped back on a boat to go and see him when his girlfriend was flying into town. Ooh. Girl.
Ooh. Yes. Was it drama? Did you guys get into a fight? What country were you in? Was it Sunshine?
I was in Grenada.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I went back there and he actually ended up leaving her after she had flown in from a different country to come and visit him.
He left her for you?
He did.
Oh,
girl.
You watched that Jill Scott ain't got nothing on you, huh?
All right.
All right now.
Is it the way?
Okay. What about you, Vanessa?
Ooh, I got plenty of stories, honey. Where do I begin? I think the worst one was he was out all night and I was calling his phone. He wasn't answering. And we lived in a 3-family townhouse, and my bedroom was all the way on top. We had an attached garage. So I said, I'm gonna wait for him to come home. I have a pot of water, and I have a belt.
She was too much Tyler Perry.
Girl, let me tell you. I heard the garage door open. I ran all the way downstairs. He opens the door to come into the house. I chucked the
Hot water?
No, it wasn't hot water. It was just
okay.
water.
It was just water.
I threw water and started beating him with the belt. Needless to say, I think that was probably one of the
kinda
craziest
cuckoo.
things.
No, that was a little cuckoo.
But that's just one of many.
So, you know Hispanic chicks. I'm not even gonna say nothing. They know to be a little crazy. But you know.
Yeah, so I did throw the water on him just to distract him, and then I beat him with the belt.
Okay, well at least it wasn't hot Greg.
Yes, no. That I would.
How about you, Tay?
No, you know, I'm a pretty mild man of God, so I don't do any drama. I normally date crazy women. But no, no, I don't have any stories right now.
You can't think of nothing.
Nothing comes to mind
okay.
right now.
All
No.
right. Okay.
No.
But remember that time that you had sex?
Hey, that's between us.
Okay. Whatever. So I hope you ain't gonna be on this panel holding back. I told you not to hold back. So what do you guys think brings us to the point of that crazy? Like, why we get there? Me, in that one instance, it was intoxication that was like, you better go. It made perfect sense if I had to climb this fire escape to go up there. I'm like, yeah, because I'm just going, he keeps the window open in the kitchen. I'm just going to bust in like, ha, you can't deny me. Like, that made sense. Like, I was intoxicated. But there have been sober times where I would have done something a little questionable, too. I think that I get so, I think the audacity of somebody to try to hurt my feelings drives me insane. So it makes me a little crazier. How about you?
My situation, what she was feeding me made me believe she was my woman. So who was this guy to tell me about, even though that was
His wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
That deception is some odd. And she was a great vet, huh?
She was, yeah.
Okay. Shout out to his wife. You did good, girl. How about you, Miss Grenada?
I think it all boils down to vanity and ego. But in that particular instance, I was embarrassed. And so my ego got involved, and I said, well, I'm embarrassed. I'm going to embarrass all of us. So everybody gets an embarrassment.
Everybody getting it. You can get it too. And where your mama at? She can get it too.
Right.
That's right. I think for me, it's pretty much, if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back. I want you to feel the pain that you caused to me. I was a victim of domestic violence. Unfortunately, I was married. My husband and I were together, and we split up. And within that time frame, I unfortunately got into this very horrible relationship. And I should have known the signs. The signs were there. The red flags were there, you know. And he, the one thing that really ticked it off in the beginning was he got mad at me because another gentleman was looking at me. Something that I can't control.
Right.
So how are you gonna get mad at me for something that I can't control? So that was one red flag, but you know, I kind of just like brushed it off and you know, but pretty much one thing led to another. We ended up moving in together and it just became physical, you know, and
Hold it though, because I definitely want to expand more on that aspect of the whole crazy in a relationship thing. But I want to ask you, what do you think brings us to the point where we revert to the crazy antics in a relationship?
And you and I?
No, I didn't even announce you as my man. You just Terry, the carpenter/actor. I'm just asking it in general. What do you think?
In general, I just think that, you know, a lot of times when we put our feelings out there and, you know, people misuse that and they misuse our trust and things like that. We just hurt. So, you know, like they said, hurt people. And that's just what it is, you know, and that's just basically
At any point, do you think crazy is a turn on?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Well, not me crazy.
You like a little bit of crazy in a woman,
I need
right?
feisty. Not, can you just dull? I don't want you. Like I could just like pinpoint what you're gonna do. Keep it a little spicy. Keep it not too much spice.
Not too much. Too much sauce.
Yeah.
I don't think so much for me. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize, but I don't think it's so much for crazy for me. I think it's so much as a bad boy. You know what I mean? Like a bad boy, you know, doing illegal things every once in a while.
He a gangsta. He a gangsta.
Right,
How about
right.
you? Does crazy turn you on?
I don't call it crazy.
Okay.
I call it passion. Okay?
I love it.
I love a passionate man. Show me how you feel. You know? I want to feel what you feel.
Right.
How about you? Don't lie.
Yeah, I do love. I'm attracted to crazy women. Every woman in my life has been somewhat crazy, and it is a turn on. You know, I want you to go crazy over me.
Gotcha.
And that's just what it is. You ain't going crazy over me. I'm not feeling it.
Do you go crazy over them?
Nah, not me. I told you I'm cool. I'm not
Okay. All right. So what we got is a fraudulent on this panel, and I might have to call security. Okay. I definitely think a level of crazy is attractive. Not crazy. Passion. I want to know that you care enough to get upset or fight for me or do some weird shit like, you thought about me that much to be sitting in front of my building at 2 p.m. when you know I don't get off work till 5. You would just make sure you ain't miss me. Like, that is like kind of cool. Like, fight for me, baby. Like, be a little crazy for me. But what's too much crazy? What's too much crazy?
Well, I was dealing with someone, and a life insurance commercial came on, and she said, I think I can kill you. So I said, you think you can kill me? She said, yeah. So I said, well, let's find out. So I went and got a knife, and I gave it to her. So I laid on her lap, and she put the knife to my neck.
Well, you went and got the knife.
But I figured I fight crazy with crazy.
Okay, no.
But she... Yeah,
No, you fight crazy with calm.
Well, I thought in that case it would work. But
and she put the knife to your neck?
Yeah, I felt the little blade. I was like, wow.
Okay.
So at that moment, I was like, I'm not dealing with no more West Indian women.
Blood fire! More fire!
I'm not doing that no more.
What's crazy? What's too much crazy for you?
That's a good question. I mean, I think when it gets to the point of like violence and imminent death, you've gone a little too far for me. You know, that's a little too much for me.
And how about you? What's too crazy?
Too crazy. Throwing bleach on your clothes, setting your clothes on fire, stuff like that.
Some things is expensive.
Yeah,
Unless you get them from Foreman Mills, and I mean, how
Foreman Mills.
How upset are you really gonna be? Okay.
Rainbow.
Right?
Rainbow shop.
All right, girl, you're not gonna cry about that Charlotte Russe. What that's popular. Go ahead. So ruining your stuff and
putting your hands on someone else, because women like to they like to hit other men. They like
women,
to hit also. Keep your hands to yourself. So definitely, and calling the cops on somebody. Don't be calling the cops on me. And then
you sound like an ex-con. Ex-cons be scared. They be like, stay away from police, don't call them on me.
I am, but anyway. And then want to come bail me out later on. Talking about, baby,
I know,
I'm sorry.
they be like, I was upset. So, on a more serious note, you kind of touched on when crazy is too crazy and you were in a situation where there was actual domestic violence taking place and you saw some red flags, but you decided to ignore them.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about that.
It wasn't so much that I ignored it. I addressed the issue, and it was just like, that's something I never did before. Like, I apologized. So I kind of like brushed it off. Like, okay, maybe he's right. But then it just continuously got worse, and then I remember the first time he ever laid his hands on me, he choked me. And
only choking I like is in the bedroom.
Yeah.
If you trying to hurt me, you about to die.
And it was scary. It was a scary situation. I lived 2 states over, and I didn't have any family, and I didn't have any friends over there. So I kind of felt like I was stuck in this situation, and I was
because you guys now live together,
right? Because we now live together. I had my 3 kids to worry about, and thankfully, him and I don't have any mutual children. So I had to think about what I needed to do to get out of this situation. I needed to play my cards right.
Did you think, so you were scared to just up and go, or was it, because I feel like sometimes, because you said you mentioned you live together, I feel like sometimes there's a financial glue that keeps everybody together. Like, okay, if I leave, then what? I can't afford to get my own place. Was that an issue, or was it just fear?
Yeah, it was all of the above. It was fear, because it just so happened that his mother lived in the same place where I was going back home to. Mm-hmm. You know, it was fear. It was finances. I didn't have a car. I'm like, how am I gonna pull the kids out of school? How am I gonna get back home? Mm-hmm. You know, there was a lot of things, and I needed to plan things right. And I remember, I don't want to make this all about me. However, this is something that I think we definitely need to discuss when you're discussing crazy, because a lot of times it is fun, and it is, you know, a certain level of it is a turn on, and you want to feel like they are into you and they will fight for you, but at some point there's too much in there, and there's a line that he crossed. Right, yeah, there definitely was a line that he crossed, and this is just the last story of many, where I finally just decided to just get up and leave. I left everything behind, everything I worked so hard for. All my furniture, my children's furniture, clothes, everything, and it was a lot. Like, I don't want to get emotional. My makeup's gonna get messed up.
I know, I don't want mine to melt either. Stop my nails out.
He fractured my skull and he broke my jaw, and he did this all in front of my children, and I picked up and left. I didn't care about anything.
Absolutely.
I left my pictures. I left everything I worked so hard for. And I came
Those
back.
are material things.
Those are materialistic things. Thankfully, my job was able to transfer me, you know, and I picked up and left, and I never turned back around.
Good for you.
And I'm
Good
still
for you. That's
trying
definitely a situation that you needed to get out of.
Thank you.
And the crazy thing is, you just never know what someone's going through. And I know Vanessa personally, and I would see pictures on social media, and outside looking in, you think, okay, they're happy. I see, you know, okay, looks good. They're hanging out. They're going these places. You just really never know what somebody's going through. And it's very unfortunate that you had to go through that. When you told me that, I was like floored. But I'm glad that there was a point where you found enough strength to say, this is too much. You know, my kids are exposed to this. This is not right. And you left, and now you're in a process of rebuilding, and you and your husband are working things out.
Yeah, and it's crazy because my husband and I all together, we have been together for 13 years. I was telling everybody before you came out, and we split up, and my appreciation for him now is like, it's incredible, because I went from, he's so laid back, such a wonderful, amazing man, especially how he treated me, to this firecracker, crazy, insane man. You know, it was just like from here to here. And then for me to come back and for him to have his arms open to me, it's just
that's amazing. You know, and shout out to him for having, you know, for welcoming you open arms, especially in that situation. There's a lot of men who could have been like, you got yourself in this situation, or would have, you know, turned their back on you, but just to welcome you open arms and provide that safe haven for you to just kind of rebuild your life. And I thank you for sharing that story.
Of course. Thank you.
We've all experienced crazy, but at some point, it could be too much crazy. And domestic violence is definitely that. And so if there's anybody who is watching this, who is in the audience, or knows somebody who may be going through that, I just kind of wanted to share the domestic violence hotline number with you, and that's 800-799-7233. They're on hand to talk to you. You're a little scared. They could probably give you an escape route or whatever like that. I know some people in some high and low places. So if you just want to email me at lifeaccordingtokim@gmail.com, let me know what's going on.
And
there's some gangsters. So
there's also
you can get out.
There's places like my sister's place that are willing to help people also. You know,
what was the name of that?
My sister's place. They're a shelter for domestic violence, women or men. And you know, I can give you my Instagram. You're more than welcome to inbox me as well. And you know, I just want to encourage men or women that you'll be okay. Don't stay because you're afraid.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you all for sharing the crazy story. Thank you all for tuning into According to Kim and Co. And thank you, Vanessa, for sharing your story. I know it was super hard. And I want to thank you all for tuning into According to Kim and Co. TV. I will see you at the next taping. Hopefully. Bye.
It's depressing.
No. That's why I wanted it to come to the end. I didn't want you to depress everybody. This was a great story, and I appreciate y'all. And for the next show's personal time.